Hello Chihuahua lovers. Today we're diving into a topic that every Chihuahua owner should know about: understanding Chihuahua body language. These little dogs may be small, but they communicate a lot through their bodies. Being able to read your Chihuahua's moods can help you better care for them, know when they're happy, and recognize when they might be feeling stressed or anxious. Let's get started on how to decode their unique signals. The basics of Chihuahua body language. First, let's go over some basics. Like all dogs, Chihuahuas communicate with their entire bodies, from their tails to their eyes and even their posture. Because they're small, it's easy to miss some of these cues. But paying attention to these details will help you understand what they're really feeling. Let's break down some specific body language cues and what they usually mean. Understanding ear positions. Let's start with the ears. Chihuahuas have very expressive ears, and their position can tell you a lot about how they're feeling. Ears. Forward. When a Chihuahua's ears are facing forward, it usually means they're alert and interested. They may be listening closely to something or focusing on a specific object. This is often a sign of curiosity. Ears pulled back. If your Chihuahua's ears are slightly pulled back, they might be feeling anxious or uncertain. This can happen in new situations or around unfamiliar people. Ears flattened against head. If their ears are completely flat against their head, they're likely scared or feeling threatened. This is a strong signal that your Chihuahua may need some space or reassurance. Tail position and movement. Next, let's look at the tail. Despite their small size, Chihuahuas use their tails in different ways to communicate. Tail up and wagging. A high wagging tail usually means your Chihuahua is happy, excited, and confident. This is a great sign that they're comfortable and enjoying themselves. Tail tucked or low. A low or tucked tail, especially if it's between their legs, indicates fear, anxiety, or submission. This could happen if they're meeting new people or dogs and feel intimidated. Slow tail. Wagging. A slow wag might mean they're cautious or uncertain about a situation. It's often a sign that they're observing and processing what's going on before fully engaging. Eye contact and expressions. Now let's talk about eye contact and facial expressions. Chihuahuas can convey a lot through their eyes and facial movements. Soft, relaxed eyes. When your Chihuahua's eyes are soft and relaxed, they're feeling calm and comfortable. This is often a sign they're content and happy in their environment. Direct stare. If your Chihuahua is staring directly at something, they're likely very focused and alert. However, prolonged eye contact with you or another dog can sometimes be a challenge or a sign of discomfort. Whale eye, seeing the whites of their eyes. If you can see the whites of their eyes, often called whale eye, it usually indicates stress, fear, or feeling cornered. This is a sign to give your Chihuahua space or remove them from the situation. Body posture and stance. Let's move on to body posture. Chihuahuas may be small, but they can show confidence or fear through how they hold themselves. Relaxed and loose. Body. A relaxed, loose body posture means your Chihuahua is comfortable and at ease. They may be stretching, lying down comfortably, or wagging their tail while moving around. Tense or stiff posture. If their body appears stiff or they're standing rigidly, they're likely feeling threatened or on high alert. This can happen when they're unsure of a new environment or person. Play bow. A play ball, where they lower their front end with their tail up, is a classic sign of friendliness and playfulness. This is their way of saying, "Let's play," and it's a great sign of a happy dog. Vocal cues and other signals. Besides body language, Chihuahuas also communicate with vocal cues. Let's go over a few common sounds and what they might mean. Barking. Chihuahuas are known to be vocal, and barking can mean many things. A high-pitched, happy bark often indicates excitement, while a low growl or bark can signal that they're feeling uncomfortable or protective. Whining or whimpering. Whining is usually a sign that they want attention or are feeling anxious. It's their way of saying, "I need something," whether it's reassurance, food, or to go outside. Sniffing and licking. Chihuahuas will often lick their lips or sniff the air when they're feeling nervous or unsure. It's a calming behavior that helps them cope with stress. Putting it all together. Understanding your Chihuahua's body language means looking at all these signals together rather than focusing on just one. For example, a Chihuahua with flattened ears, a tucked tail and whale eyes is likely scared or stressed, and it's important to give them space. Meanwhile, a relaxed posture, a soft gaze, and a wagging tail means they're happy and at ease. So, there you have it. By learning to read your Chihuahua's body language, you can better understand their moods, make them feel safe, and strengthen your bond. Let us know in the comments if you've noticed any unique signals from your Chihuahua. Now let's talk all about keeping your Chihuahua active, happy, and healthy. Chihuahuas might be small, but they have big energy that needs to be properly channeled through regular exercise and mental stimulation. We'll go over everything from walking routines and playtime to DIY enrichment toys and indoor exercise tips for those hot, cold, or small space days. Let's get started. Types of exercise Chihuahuas need. Let's start with the basics. Chihuahuas have unique exercise needs, and meeting them can make a huge difference in their behavior, health, and happiness. Here are some essential types of exercise that every Chihuahua needs. Walking routines. Daily walks are a must. Even though they're small, Chihuahuas benefit from getting outside to explore new smells, sights, and sounds. A 20 to 30-minute walk each day is typically enough for most Chihuahuas. Make sure the walk is at a steady pace and includes different areas to keep it interesting. Playtime. Playtime is another great way for Chihuahuas to burn energy. Short games of fetch or tug-of-war can be fun and give them a good workout. Try to incorporate a couple of play sessions throughout the day, even if they're only 5 to 10 minutes each. Interactive toys. Interactive toys, like treat dispensing balls, are perfect for Chihuahuas. These toys engage both their body and mind as they work to roll or chew to get a treat. Look for small Chihuahua-sized interactive toys that challenge them to problem solve. DIY enrichment. Puzzle. Toys and games. Next, let's talk about DIY enrichment. Mental stimulation is just as important as physical exercise for Chihuahuas. Here are a few easy-to-make puzzle toys and games that can help keep your Chihuahua's mind active. DIY snuffle mat. Create a snuffle mat by tying strips of fleece or fabric to a rubber mat or piece of cardboard. Sprinkle a few treats or pieces of kibble in between the strips and let your Chihuahua sniff them out. This encourages natural foraging instincts and provides mental stimulation. Towel roll-up game. Take a towel, place a few treats along its length, and then roll it up. Let your Chihuahua unroll the towel to find the treats hidden inside. It's a simple puzzle that makes them work a bit for their reward. Muffin tin puzzle. Use a muffin tin and place a treat or piece of kibble in a few of the cups. Then cover each cup with a tennis ball or small toy and let your Chihuahua figure out how to move the items to get to the treats. This is an easy DIY puzzle that you can make with items around the house. Indoor exercise tips for Chihuahuas now. What about those days when it's too hot, too cold, or when you just can't get outside? Don't worry. Here are some ways to keep your Chihuahua active indoors, especially if you live in a small space. Interactive games inside the house. Play a game of hide and seek by hiding treats around the room, or hiding yourself and calling your Chihuahua to find you. This game provides both exercise and mental stimulation. Chihuahuas love using their sense of smell to find things, and this is a great way to keep them engaged. Treadmill training. If you have a treadmill, some Chihuahuas can be trained to walk on it. Start at a very slow speed and make sure they're comfortable and safe. It can be a great way to give them exercise without leaving the house, especially during extreme weather. Stair exercise, if safe. If you have stairs in your home, try encouraging your Chihuahua to go up and down a few times as a mini workout. Always supervise and make sure it's safe, as Chihuahuas have tiny legs and shouldn't do this too often or too quickly. Indoor fetch with a soft toy. Play a gentle game of fetch with a soft toy down a hallway or in a room with enough space. This helps burn off energy, and the soft toy is safe for indoor play. Obstacle course. Set up a simple obstacle course with household items like pillows, blankets, and small boxes. Guide your Chihuahua through, encouraging them to jump over, crawl under, or weave around the items. It's a fun way to exercise them physically and mentally, especially in a small space. Extra tips for exercising Chihuahuas in extreme weather. For Chihuahua owners, extreme weather can be challenging, but there are a few ways to adapt exercise routines based on the temperature. In hot weather, avoid taking your Chihuahua out in peak heat, especially since they can easily overheat. Try going for walks early in the morning or later in the evening. Bring along water for them to stay hydrated, and consider dog booties to protect their paws from hot pavement. In cold weather, Chihuahuas are sensitive to the cold, so if you're taking them out, use a dog coat or sweater. Keep outdoor time short, or focus more on indoor activities during winter months. Puzzle toys and interactive games can help keep them mentally stimulated when it's too cold to go outside. In small living spaces, for those in small apartments, remember that short bursts of activity can be just as effective as long walks. Indoor fetch, hide and seek, and short walks around hallways or enclosed areas can be just as stimulating for your Chihuahua, even in a small space. And there you have it. Keeping a Chihuahua active, both physically and mentally, doesn't require a lot of space or special equipment. Whether you're using DIY puzzle toys, setting up an obstacle course, or just making the most of indoor playtime, there are plenty of ways to keep your Chihuahua happy and healthy. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let us know in the comments what your favorite exercise activities are for your Chihuahua. See you in the next video.